Lonely Castle in the Mirror is a film directed by Keiichi Hara. If you're unfamiliar, he is the one who directed Miss Hokusai and as well as Colorful. So two really strong animated films, a little bit sad animated. This one is also kind of sad too. This is a kind of a recurring theme for this director. Lonely Castle in the Mirror is about Kokoro. She is a young preteen who doesn't go to school. Her mother allows her to stay home because she's got depression. She's been a victim of intense bullying. However, no one really cares. They just let her stay home. One day, her mirror glows and she is grabbed and sent to a sort of pocket dimension in which there's a giant castle. A little girl with a wolf mask and superhuman strength tells her she's the last of seven, and the seven of them meet in the grand hall. There's six other similar aged, younger preteens, different, maybe a year or two younger, older, and there is a contest. Within 1 year, they have to try to find a key in this giant castle, and if they're able to do so, they can go to the wishing room, make a wish, and they can have whatever they want. So the kids are only allowed to go into the castle 9 to 5 Japan time, as they sort of just chill out in the sort of place. There's no electricity or running water, but they can just bring their toys or games or books, and they just sort of look for the key and sort of hang out, and they find out more about themselves. This has a young adult novel sort of vibe. It's based off of a novel. And the first half is basically just developing characters and then getting to know each other, finding out new twists about how they know each other. And then as the movie goes on, it gets a little bit more interesting, a little bit darker themed. To be honest, at the end of the movie, I was getting scared that they're going to kill off many characters, and I was actually getting a little bit of anxiety in a good way. So I sort of grew to like these characters, and I didn't want anything bad to happen to them. So that's good. And the twists, we had several twists at the end of the movie. They keep kind of compiling them on, and not all of them work, but overall, this is an interesting sort of different kind of movie. This is not an action-packed fantasy. This is more of a coming-of-age sort of anti-bullying movie that's pretty interesting. I like the characters. There's some pretty brutal moments too. And I really liked how the movie doesn't have set pieces. There's no giant owl chasing them around or something, or there's no sort of, there is a couple of sequences where the animation gets a little bit faster. There's 2 sequences, but other than that though, it's mostly just static, them hanging around. There's no action per se. There's no fighting. There's no chases or anything. It's mostly just these characters hanging out. So this movie could have easily done live action, but the animation is quite nice. And overall, Lonely Castle in the Mirror is an interesting little drama film, and I give it a 6 out of 10.